Hey guys, HW, just waiting for those noisy buses to go past. Look in the distance over there. That's the famous Souths Juniors Leagues Club over there. They got the little Souths Juniors bus just there. I'm out at my sister's house at Kingsford, Pagewood area, and I thought I'd catch the light rail into the city. And this will be the second time that I've caught the light rail between the eastern suburbs and the city. But I tell you what, Kingsford's changed, and I've got to get my skates on because the train's coming now. But Kingsford's changed. Have a look at this monstrosity on the corner here. I'm pretty sure below that used to be a lawnmower shop back in the day. Now it's this massive, I don't know whether it's an office tower or apartment tower. But let's get on the light rail. Here we are on the light rail. I might just sit here. Get a view out the back. But the plan today, I'm heading into the city. It's school holidays, so there'll be brats everywhere. But I thought I'd get back into the city and do a walk up and down some of the main strips, because you seem to enjoy that. I notice every time I do a video in either George Street or especially George Street, sometimes York Street, that gets a lot of views. So let's get in there.
UNSW Anzac Parade, Kensington, then all stops to Circular Quay via Central.
Give you a view out the window what Kingsford looks like these days. A lot more built up. Back in the day, all the shops along the high street here, which is Anzac Parade, it was just those 2-story terraces there with a shop down below and the accommodation up the top. And now there's all these apartment towers everywhere. The other big change to Kingsford has been the change from Greek influence to Chinese influence. But there's all of the Asian nationalities are represented in Kingsford now. We just passed the Indonesian restaurant just before.
Anzac Parade, followed by Kensington. ES marks, then all stops to Circular Quay via Central.
Just coming up towards University of New South Wales now, or just passing by.
This stop is UNSW Anzac Parade. Alight for UNSW Lower Campus and NIDA.
Even the University of New South Wales has changed a lot. There's a lot more built up now.
This stop is UNSW by ES marks. Moore Park, then all stops.
And there's NIDA, National Institute of Dramatic Art. That's where a lot of the top Aussies have learnt their trade. Or the Aussie actors, I mean. Thinking I might get off at the QVB stop. and then walk up York. I just had to tap myself off and get my microphone out. Yes, as I was saying, I think we'll have a look up and down the main strips. Plenty of people about, lunchtime, school holidays. Beautiful blue sky in Sydney today. I'll tell you about the weather a bit later. I gotta get out of this madness. I gotta cross on the other side of the road. This part of York Street here, there's a whole bunch of English schools all up and down this strip. So you'll see a lot of international students in this precinct. There's a reliable coffee there. Had nectar there before. Yeah, slacks are in town there apparently. Oppo Town. Adventure / disposal store. This has been here since day dot. Has not changed. Been in there a number of times looking for camping equipment over the years. Few punters in the window at CBD downing lagers. So yeah, I thought I'd walk up this side of York Street today. I'm usually walking the other way. And we'll take it down to, let's say we'll take it down to Margaret Street, turn right there, make our way up George Street. And then we'll make our way down Pitt Street. And then I'll get up to the park after that to grab a nectar. That was only 3 people back there and it sounded like a crowd. There was so much noise. That girl back there, she had no idea that I was coming. She was just staring on her phone, oblivious to her surroundings. Let's cross over here, huh? Take a walk along near the park. There's another one. Staring at the phone. So a few punters dotted through Wynyard Park just here, having their sandwiches for lunch. As I look into Wynyard Park, no ibis around, just seagulls. I spoke too soon. There they are, into the bins. Sneak past this old Holden station wagon here. Oh, the fire brigade's out. Are we doing a drill or responding to a fire alarm inside one of the buildings? So as we walk past number 50 Margaret Street, I'll switch off the camera here, I'll let it cool down a bit, and then I'll pick it up again in George Street. Alright, just turn the corner out of Margaret Street into George Street. Here you go. Here's bloody George Street again. As I said earlier in the tram, you know what, it seems to be in all the search terms and that George Street's a big one that people are interested in seeing. So, here you go. I'm tempted to sneak through Martin Place rather than walk all the way down to King. Yeah, bugger it, let's go this way. All the punters on the stairs of the GPO having their lunch. Recommend that if you come to Sydney and it's a nice sunny day like today. Grab yourself a sandwich, sit on the stairs of the GPO and watch the world pass by. Anzac Day is coming up and they're getting everything ready for the dawn service here. The microphone's ready, audio ready. It's one of those ones that gets televised as well, so all the camera gear's down here. As we look across at the fountain again from the Matrix films, again no Keanu, no lady in red, just a ibis and a couple of seagulls. Plenty of punters up here enjoying the outdoor seating to have their lunch too. Yeah, this cheeky little coffee shop here, Cartel. Look at all the punters on the steps of the MLC over there having lunch. I'll have a quick squeeze in here. This is the old tunnels that used to take you into Martin Place Station, and these are the ones that are all getting redeveloped for the metro extension to the metro line, which eventually is going to go all the way out to Bankstown, I think. Or head out that way at least. These two cops just here, they're not just police, they're special police. It says police special constable. Maybe they're the ones that have got duty to guard over Parliament House, maybe. Let's see where they go as we follow them up the road. Passing over Elizabeth Street. Where'd they go? There they are. Let's get on their heels. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're heading to Parliament House. Going somewhere else. We can continue to follow them. We can go up the other road. Go up Hunter Street instead. It's Phillip we're just in now, I think. Oh, there they go. Where are they off to? "52 Martin Place." Wonder what's in there. Maybe there's a court building in there. Or maybe that's where their office is, I don't know. Oh, that was a bummer. Chifley Square in the distance over there. So they're getting a bit of construction done as well. These big Ram pickups, they always look out of place in the streets of Sydney. Look at the size of it. We only started to get those sizable utes probably only in the last 10 years. Prior to that, the sort of largest sort of vehicles we had like that was probably a Toyota Land Cruiser. Hunters in there under those lampshades that I've filmed before, having drinks and nibbles. That place called Mondeo, or Mondeo, one of those names. So I'll let the camera cool down and then I'll catch up to you as I reach the nectar spot for today. Alright, we're up on Macquarie Street, just outside the Botanic Gardens, and I've got a hankering for a piccolo. And I did mention last time I was walking past here that it'd be nice to have a nectar here under the yellow umbrellas of Piccolo Me, which is a bit of a coffee chain around these parts, and I might actually get a piccolo because I've already had a flat white today. And then we'll have a little chat as I down that. Hey, can I just get a piccolo to have here?
Piccolo to have here?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, I might get something to go with it. Let's have a look.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Bit of hot food in there, pies and sausage rolls and sandwiches. And then they've got a few cakes along here. I might get a piece of baklava, thanks. Yeah.
I'm just
I've chose this delightful bench to have my piccolo at outside the Botanic Gardens. Some of the commercial buildings along Macquarie Street there. And here's the entrance to the Botanic Gardens. I think they call this a Palace Garden Gate or something like that. Yeah, Palace Garden Gate. Look at these bin chickens having a wash in the fountain here. This guy over here's on his own having a bit of a drink. Yes, this is a delightful little spot. Let's wait for the nectar to arrive. Oh, here we are. Got my little piccolo. Delicious. Let's have a look at this baklava. Delicious. It's a nice piece of baklava. I was going to give you the weather observations, wasn't I? Let's have a look. It's currently 1:30 p.m. if you're interested. in old Sydney town. Alright, so today in Sydney it was due to get up to 27 degrees Celsius. It's currently 25, so it's still got time to get up to 27. The wind's from the east at 19 kilometres an hour with wind gusts of 20 kilometres an hour. The air quality is very good, so there's those blue skies that we saw before. Humidity is 57%. So it's a beautiful autumn day in Sydney. I was about to get up them for not giving me a serviette, but they do give me one. Oh, we're back live again. I just had to swap the battery out. Back to this baklava. Yeah, the beautiful clear skies in Sydney today. Awesome. What is the date actually? I haven't even bothered looking at the date. It's the 23rd of April, so we've still got a couple more days to go until Anzac Day. Anzac Day is a public holiday in Oz, if you didn't know. So all the punters will be looking forward to that, having a day off work. After I finish this nectar, I might actually have a quick skirt in the gates there at the Botanic Gardens to give you a look, even though I've been there before. But I tell you what, looking back at that light rail journey in from South Juniors into the city, geez, it was good. I've never caught that leg before coming from that direction. And when you hit the SCG, so outside the SCG, you enter a tunnel and you actually go underground, and it brings you out over in Surrey Hills. So it's a bit of a wormhole, and it's amazing how quick it was. I thought it was like a real slow journey, but it's not. So I've got the car parked back at South Junior, so I'm going to have to jump back on it to get back there. So I'll be judging the return journey as well. But yeah, if you're thinking of coming to Sydney for a holiday, hey, fully recommend autumn. Fully recommend the shoulder seasons. I wouldn't come in summer, it's too hot. And we just came off 6 months of summer, it was disgusting. It's good to have some warm weather now and again, but we get the extremes here. You're much better off coming in the off seasons, I reckon. So try to come in autumn or spring if you're going to come to Oz, because you still get nice weather. You'll still be able to swim if you want to go to the beach or jump in the local pool. You just won't have the disgusting heat and all the bugs that come with it. Mosquitoes and the flies and all the rest of it. So let me clear up this piccolo and we'll get walking again. Yeah, that was a good little piccolo. I rate that. So as we leave Piccolo Me behind, let's enter into the Palace Garden gates at the Botanic Gardens. And we'll have a walk through here on our way back to Macquarie Street. Spin Chicken's getting into a bag of McDonald's here, look. Don't know whether he or she's found anything. Any morsels left over? This guy over here's got the guns out, sunning them. This paperbark tree here right on the corner. Used to have a couple of them outside my joint, and this lady up the road used to come up and she'd rip the paper bark off and try to get it in big pieces, and then she'd use it to line pots, hanging pots, which she'd then grow various ferns and orchids out of. She'd come down regularly every couple of months and do that. Never noticed this fountain before. This fountain was erected in the remembrance of Lieutenant General Sir Leslie Morshead. I had in my head that I was going to head back into the centre of the city and jump on the train in George Street again, but now I'm thinking I'm close to Circular Quay, so why don't I go down that way? Then I can jump on at the first stop. As I head down Macquarie Street on the way down to the harbour, just saw the weirdest thing. There's a guy in full office attire, shirt, tie, everything, long pants, riding one of these share bikes, one of the green ones, the Lime bikes, carrying a boogie board. Now, I'm pretty sure he wasn't surfing in the harbour. So what the hell was he doing? Just the bizarre things that you see in the city. Just passed over the red carpet of the Sir Stamford Hotel. Here's Albert Street. This is the one we want. This will get us onto the South Juniors tram from Circular Quay all the way down to up George Street, down Anzac Parade, and off at the Juniors, back in HW's car. There's the Justice and Police Museum. That's a good site if you're ever in Sydney. Go in there, some great stories that are told in that museum. Been in there once. Learn a lot about Sydney that I hadn't heard of before. Here's some of the crooks immortalised on the footpath here. I think they light them up at night as well. What's going on down at the harbour? A few ferries coming in, flags flying high on the harbour bridge. Wish they'd make up their mind. Are they going down the stairs? Are they going on the footpath? What are they doing? Damn, it looks like I just missed one. See him taking off in the distance. Alright, I'll join you again when we get on the tram.
Use Kingsford via Central.
Oh, we're on the return journey, just passing by the GPO and Martin Place, coming up to the intersection of King Street and George Street. There we go, back where we started from, back at South Juniors at Kingsford. Just jumped off the light rail, now got to head over to the car park over there, and I got to remember how to get over there. I think this way, past the Juniors, eh? I remember back to 2014 when my team, the South Sydney Rabbitohs, won the comp, won the trophy, won the shield. This outside South Juniors here was absolutely chockers. There was cars everywhere. A lot of the fans came back here to celebrate. Obviously there was a few South Sydney juniors in the team that had made it through to the big dance, and this road here, Anzac Parade, just covered with people with the red and green, the cardinal and myrtle of South Sydney. There's the entrance to the juniors. I think I've mentioned before that South Juniors used to have the most poker machines / slot machines in the Southern Hemisphere. Now, they've still got a lot of machines in there, but I think they've been surpassed by the casinos now. So the various casinos around Australia have taken the mantle off them. So yeah, I think that'll do us today as we steer west and now northwest. Thanks for coming on the little skirt around the city today, starting in Kingsford and ending in Kingsford. See you in the next vid. The video is over.